to another edition of the Student Fire Podcast, live from the Speak Fire studio. My name is Bobby Berg. I'm a motivational speaker for schools, and I am here to help you live your best life today. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another edition of the Student Fire Podcast, live from the Speak Fire studio. My name is Bobby Berg. As we've covered, welcome back, you wonderful, inspired, incredible human. Yo, this is just an on-the-fly episode. This is that bonus, right? I've been saying, a lot of you have been saying that you want more content. I've been saying I'm going to give you that more content, so here we sit. Let's jump right into this one. So, as a lot of you know, I'm home in Cleveland for the week for my cousin Dan's wedding. It's amazing, it's incredible. Well, this is recorded on Thursday, which is the day before, or a couple days before the wedding. Anyway, I just think that this is the coolest thing. I've been going around town, I've been visiting a bunch of my buddies, old colleagues, friends, co-workers, whatever. I gave a speech at North Royalton Middle School. Like, this has been nothing short of incredible. And I'll be real with you. So we're coming down from Anchorage, Alaska, as a lot of you know. The darkness up there is real in the winter. Like, no joke, that darkness, it gets you. It affects everyone differently, and for a while there, I thought I was fine. Well, my doctor reminded me that my vitamin D levels were critically low. So I got on some vitamin D pills. Awesome. My mood still wasn't changing all that much. It was a little bit, but it wasn't enough to really say, yeah, that's it. Well, what I'd realized is I'd spent so much time producing and editing podcasts, making video ideas, doing just things that weren't communal things. So, as a lot of you know, there's this, maybe you don't know, let's back this one up. A lot of you have taken, or at least heard of, a Myers-Briggs personality test, correct? Good. If you haven't, Google it. Promise you won't be disappointed. Well, there's another personality assessment that my coach, Eric Thomas, has been really diving deep into for the past year, maybe two now at this point, called the DISC assessment. That's D-I-S-C. And what this assessment does is it looks at four facets of personality, and it goes dominance, influence, steadiness, and cautiousness. Now, the last two are not to be put in a negative light. Your cautiousness does not mean that it's a bad thing. That's just a facet of how you are. And your steadiness isn't a bad thing either. That's just another facet of who you are, right? Well, with this personality assessment, I took mine, and the queen of Speak Fire, Aisha Thomas, the host of Internal Fire, she does these DISC personality assessment coaching sessions. So she'll look at your assessment and really give you some deep insight on yourself in some ways that you might not have even known were a thing. And with mine, she looked at me and she goes, Bobby, you are a super duper high I. And I said, okay, what does that mean? And she goes, you're a super people person. You know, we've talked about this on this podcast. Everyone in this world has a superpower. Everyone does. And I've always said, you know, if you can make someone else smile, you can make someone else's day a little bit brighter, you're using your superpower. But Aisha went 6 layers deeper, and she goes, yeah, but Bobby, for you, you're a people person. And you're not just a people person, but your gift, your power, your superpower is the fact that you get to influence people. And not in the Instagram influencer way. Shout out to all my Instagram influencers. Listen, I'm not coming at you. Some of y'all that reach out to me on a regular basis, I'm not calling you out here, but I'm going to call you out a little bit. Right? We all know those people where they're like, oh my God, you should buy product XYZ, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, listen, champ, I understand, but I have no interest in this field. You should open a business with me and this and that. Y'all, I don't even know you. And you're trying to use my superpower on me. That's not how this works. No. But real talk. You know, with this, we all have our superpower. And Aisha told me, she's like, Bobby, your superpower is your influence. It's your ability to motivate people. It's your ability to empathize with people and to be on the same page and see arguments and see standpoints and viewpoints from completely different perspectives of whoever you're discussing things with, and not have it be this aggressive, oh, I don't agree with you thing, but you genuinely understand them. Well, I put that into practice today. I put that superpower to use. I've been seeing so many friends and people this week And I have felt like my heart has grown not just 10 sizes, but 20, right? My mom and I were supposed to hang out today, and life happened, and we didn't. So I'm driving around, and I find my old hairdresser, Tony Otto. I found his salon that he works at. Well, I didn't realize that the building had moved. I thought that they just went out of business. Like, or whatever. So I pop in, and there's the same smiling face of the receptionist that has been there since I was 5 years old. I want y'all to realize this. I've been seeing the same hairdresser since I was 5, y'all. And the same secretary has been there this entire time. Well, I walked in, and she didn't even recognize me because it's been, 3, 4, 5 years since we've seen each other? And I walk over to the hairdresser, I walk over to Tony's seat, and I sit down, and he's got his back turned, and he turns around, and he goes, "Oh, hey!" And, Tony and I we went out and we hung out for a little bit, and we caught up for about probably an hour, maybe hour and a half. And he said, "Bobby, my heart has never felt so full right now. I'm so glad I got to see you." Because, you come home and, my military family, y'all will understand this. You come home on leave, or you come home on vacation for, 10 days, and all of a sudden, every friend that you've ever met is like, "Oh my gosh, you're home? I gotta see you." And you don't always have the time to see everyone you want to. It happens. Well, I saw him. Tony and I just felt so amazing connecting again. And he even said, he's like, "Man, my heart feels so full right now." I gave a talk at North Royalton Middle School a couple days ago. And shout out to my teacher, Sarah Franko, because she put this whole thing together. Like, I would not have given that talk if it wasn't for her wonderful efforts. And, I came back and I gave her a hug and I said hi and I gave my talk. And at the end, a bunch of the teachers and I we just kind of chatted. And a couple of them had me as a student. And they said, "Bobby, I remember you when you were only up to your knee. I remember you when you were just a little kid. You didn't know which way was up. You didn't have anything in your life figured out. You were just there. And to watch you grow into this person," and two of the teachers said this at the same time. They said, "Bobby, this makes my heart feel so full." I want you to look at your life and look at what your superpower is. Who do you influence? Who do you touch on a daily basis? Who do you make feel better every day? Who in your life do you really just, when you're around them, or who is that person for you that when you see them, you mutually both make each other feel like $1,000,000? Who is that? I want you to do something this week for your homework. And yes, I know I haven't given y'all homework in a while, but it's been homework, but it's been homework light, right? This is an actual task. I want you to go ahead and reach out to 5 people this week that make you feel incredible and that you in turn make feel incredible. And I just want you to let them know how you feel about them. Now, this doesn't have to be like a giant formal, set a 12-course meal and have dinner with them. No. You can just, it's 2020, y'all. You can just send a text message to someone and be like, "Hey, listen, I really appreciate you, and you have influenced my life in a great way. And here's why." I've been making mention of the book that I'm writing for quite a while now. And there's one last bonus story. If you want it, if you don't, that's cool. I was visiting my old music teacher and pole vault coach, Mike Nary. Shout out to you, Mike Nary, if you're listening to this. Students that are listening to this, do not call him Mike, whatever you do, and do not call Mrs. Franko Sarah. Okay, we've covered that. Anyway, back to the story. But, he was talking about one of my old teachers, Mrs. Fadrowski, and I was a terror for her. And I'm not doing this to be dramatic. I mean, really. We don't have to sugarcoat this one. I was an absolute terror for this woman because I was an angry little kid and I needed a punching bag, and she just happened to be it because I decided that she was. And that was terrible of me, but I've owned it, and I'm not above that, right? I messed up, and I know I messed up, and I'm going to go actually see her in person and apologize for what I did. But I made mention I tell this story in my book, and you know, I talk about how awful I was to her and how I felt and what I wanted to feel and how I thought that being a bully to someone else was really going to make me feel better. And realistically, it just made me feel worse because I didn't feel any better. I felt terrible. And, you know, I was talking to my music teacher, Mike Nary, and he was saying, you know, we were just talking about you the other day, Bobby. We found a tape and you happened to be on it when you just started playing. And it was really incredible getting to, you know, see you grow from this tiny, frail, fledgling musician to this guy that can, you know, you're a professional musician now, man. Like, I know you don't feel like you are, but you're not supposed to. We do. We see it because you play with a professional group. So that's amazing to see this progress over years of work. And, you know, I want you all to really see what just happened there. For all of you that are sliding in my DMs and saying, Bobby, I really don't, I don't know how to get out of this funk. I don't know how to make myself feel better. I don't know how to get better at what I'm doing. I don't know how to take that step. Well, I don't know that I really have the answer for you, I'll be honest. But I'll tell you right now, a really phenomenal first step to take would be to reach out to those 5 people that make your heart feel so full that it's almost gonna burst because you feel so valued and so appreciated, and you make that person feel the exact same way. Reach out to those people this week. Do what you can. Again, I know life is busy. I know school gets to all of you, but man, you really, really gotta let me know how this goes, okay? I hope everyone has a wonderful week. I hope everyone got some value out of this. For those of you that are sliding in my DMs, thank you. I love the feedback, and I got a couple ideas with all the stuff y'all have been saying. If you could do me a huge favor, whatever podcasting platform you're listening to this on, I don't care if it's Apple Podcasts, if it's on the web, if it's on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Spreaker, whatever you're listening to it on, do me a favor, hop in those reviews and leave a review, and be honest. If you don't like the content, tell me, and tell me why. I know a lot of influencers say they're like, don't put anything bad in my reviews. No. Drag me if I can be better. Because I can be better, and I want to be better for you. Alright? Because if I can make this podcast better, we can help more people. And the more people we help, the better this life gets for all of us. I hope everyone has a wonderful week. I hope you rock your homework, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace!
We are Speakfire. Who are we? We are a collective of inspirational, motivational, life-guiding speakers here to help you make your best life available and real today. For everyone that's looking for anything and everything leadership, you have to check out my guy, Michael Gingras, over at Leadership Fire. For my youth that are coming up, for those of you that have questions that need answers, go hit up Sean B. He's the host of Young Fire, killing the game every single Monday. For those of you that have questions that go a little deeper, for those of you that need that internal fire inside of you, not just sparked, but you need those flames fanned, go check out Aisha Thomas with Internal Fire. For my fathers, y'all, you are the real MVP. Go check out my guy Jody Cedric, the host of Father's Fire. For my champions, for my people that need to be the champion of not only their day, but their entire life, man, you'll gotta check out my man Neil Legend over at Champion Fire. For my students, doesn't matter if we're talking elementary, middle school, high school, college, my graduate students, all of you, for everything student empowerment, student leadership, and student productivity, tune in to Student Fire with me, your host, Bobby Bird. We are Speakfire, live every Monday morning, 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You gonna wake up with us? Let's get it.
I am excited to bring you my new book, Trendsetter, 7 Steps to Radically Stand Out to Be the Best You. This book details my journey of coming to the United States and being excited to embrace the American culture. But unfortunately, my culture was not accepted, and I found myself being bullied as a young girl. And in this process, I decided that I wanted to disconnect from my culture to be more accepted into American culture. And through that process, I got so depressed from trying to fit in that I attempted suicide my freshman year in high school. So this book talks about the journey of what I did to become radically transformed to be the strong woman I am today. This book is something that's really going to enable the reader to understand and embrace who they are, embrace what makes them special, and become radically transformed. Get your copy today at becomingatrendsetter.com. Again, that is becomingatrendsetter.com, or check it out at my website at aishathomas.org.